put your headset on. Let's do a podcast here. Let's kick
it's
his
already
baby
kicked
off
off.
because
We got a money guru.
we got Si warmed up now.
Here. We fixed to pick his brain.
We got a money guru. Hey guys, welcome back to the Duck Call Room.
I said we got
I'm your guest host, Willie Robertson. We have a special guest in the house today. None other than Mr. Dave Ramsey.
Yeah.
Welcome, Dave.
Dave, welcome.
Oh, it's an honor to be with y'all.
Dave Ramsey. Now, we did a podcast earlier on Unashamed. Jason never heard of Dave Ramsey.
What?
So I just want to make sure.
Well, Chase, he's a good
Well, that-
guy. He just
yeah,
couldn't get out much.
Yeah.
That actually shocked me. Since Jace thinks he's such the money guru here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
he don't
should've-
know.
He
the
says
man-
he's a money guru, but hey, we
Yeah.
got the real.
Yeah,
money.
the real deal this way.
Yeah. Do you, and we know Si's got a list of money questions
Oh, yeah.
because Uncle Si said you're never too old to learn, especially about cash. And we were talking a little bit about poker, which has probably been one of the biggest
I've got two
detriments to
vices.
Si's money.
I've got two vices.
Okay, what's your?
One of them is poker. The other one is women.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh no!
Here we
Si,
go.
you've
Hey.
been married for 70
Well,
years.
I'm right with Jesus. Okay,
Right, okay.
me and him
Just
talk
saying.
about it all the time.
That just sounded weird when you.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay,
But that's the only two things that will really get me in trouble.
and that poker. You
But
used
I'm
to not
smart
play
enough-
poker,
Hey, not to go too far in poker.
right? Well, yeah,
I'm not going to lose, but just so much.
right.
What's
So-
your limit? How much is too much?
Hey,
for you?
he don't know no limits.
Well,
I can tell you.
When is it too much?
That's why he likes holding.
when I feel bad, when I lose it,
Oh, okay. How much is that?
it's sometimes
We don't know.
Well, we don't.
It changes.
3,000.
It changed. Oh, thousand.
Oh,
It takes a lot for him to
that's
feel
a
bad.
high
Well,
roll
no.
right there.
Well, look, we play with a bunch of idiots, okay? and I'm included in that.
Right, you're one of
Okay,
them.
because hey,
It's a happy band.
they don't know what the word FOLD means.
Right.
Okay, and not only that, me and him finally come to our senses, as the Bible says it was the prodigal son. That we used to play 4-card, 5-card, 3-toed piece, whatever.
All the games.
Any game that you can risk a lot of money on.
Ah,
Well, I just finally said, "Hey, now this is insanity here, because if you're splitting a pot, that's a bad game to begin with."
So, Dave, you came to town. What y'all do this morning?
We did a little duck hunting.
I hunted duck with the dynasty, man.
Yeah.
It was a deal. I mean, I got Willie and Si and Jace all
Okay.
out there, and
I actually only
Stone.
I had a
Yeah.
bad day today.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I only killed one.
did you? I think.
I normally kill about 50% of them.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
Hey, fix your mic.
what is with it? This micro.
Well, every time you take a
every
drink,
time I take
Every
one.
time
leave
you
it
take a
down.
drink,
Okay,
you have
it's
to
my hot
take the
chocolate.
mic down.
It's my hot chocolate doing it.
Yeah, this is hot
Right.
chocolate.
Hey.
Yeah, Si, why were you being so quiet today? Did Dave intimidate you?
No, I was trying to hear what they was telling him, because this man laughed all morning this morning. And I looked and I was listening and I said, I ain't heard nothing funny.
well, you're immune to it.
But you must have enjoyed yourself though.
I did.
'cause
I had a
you
blast. I
yeah.
had a blast.
Yeah.
And
Because Jace was doing most of the talking, and I said, okay.
Shocker.
yeah.
Yeah, and I said, Jace is blowing smoke.
Yeah.
And I said, Dave don't know it, but that's fine. That's okay.
And Jason's dogging me saying I'm not talking. And I'm like,
How
there
can
ain't
I?
enough air in this duck blind to get a word in edgewise.
I think say, yeah, if you have, that's why most of the robbers are bold, is because when I was growing up, if you didn't scream, no one listened to you. You had to make a issue of it.
You better speak up, and you better be interested.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
hey, you got something to say?
Yeah.
My favorite thing that happened this morning was Jace was telling Dave how hard it was to do 4 podcasts a week. And Dave never said a word. He's like, man, I bet that is tough.
That's rough. I bet.
Dave, how many hours? I mean,
Oh my goodness.
It was my favorite thing that happened. I was like, "No, that's funny."
Jace never realized what hard work really is.
Jace, what?
He hadn't realized he's forgotten what hard work really is.
Yeah, well, in his defense, he's actually doing a show where he has to prepare each show.
Well, that's true.
When I do a show, I just walk in there and we start answering the phone call.
Has it always been like that?
Yeah, I've always answered the phone call.
So
it started as a talk radio show. So
no preparation.
How can I prepare? I don't know who's going to call.
Hey,
how do you think?
Hey, I didn't even know it. This is a brother, because he improvs. Forget the script, boys. Go live.
Just improv it all.
Improv it all.
The whole thing is improv. Yeah, it's people call in and ask a question. We don't know what they're going to ask. So how do you prepare? 30 years of answering them questions is about the only prep we got. So that's.
And I know just from knowing you shortly, your answers were exceptional.
Bless your heart. Thank you.
No, I'm serious. Because look, it shocked me. Because my fans, and our fans for this podcast, they come in, they ask all kind of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I really just thought I was with a bunch of knuckleheads. But they really impressed me with all the good answers that they gave the fans.
Yeah.
I said, I even told them, I said, boys, I always thought y'all was just a bunch of stupid knuckleheads. I said, but since we've been doing this podcast, y'all have really impressed me. You actually got good things to tell people that are having trouble with issues.
There you go.
And that's rare,
write
really.
that down.
Because most people blow smoke.
Right.
And don't give you anything to really fight what you're fighting.
Well, I'm sure you've helped in that as well. You've given people.
Well, no,
Yeah,
because
you have.
I was shocked that we all did. Okay, well, I was even more shocked when I give them some.
Okay. I was wondering if you were more shocked that the knuckleheads
did, because you knew you were.
So tell us what's happening. What's going on right now?
Tell us your whole life, Dave.
Well, it all began.
Once upon a time.
Little baby Dave.
Little baby Dave.
Was little
sunny
baby
hillside.
Dave tight with money? Like when you were young, were you like budgeting and stuff? And
no, I
was blowing it.
No, I always was good at making money, but I wasn't good at keeping it. So I tried to out-earn my stupidity for a long time.
I bet a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you have one of my problems.
Uh-oh. Oh, he had one. What was it?
Keeping my money.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
That's the way I am with poker. I can win it. I can win it faster than anybody that we play with. Okay, and have a good
You got to leave
stack,
at the end of the night. Yeah.
but I don't keep it.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that was it. So, my dad is old school, come off a farm. And Mama did too. And so, I came in one day and said, Daddy, I want to go down to the Quick Sack, get me an icy. He said, I don't think you need money. I think you need a job. I was 12. He took me down on the main drag down there in Nashville and printed up 500 business cards, said Dave's Lawns. I'm going to knock on 50 doors and get the opportunity to take care of these people's lawn care. Well, I did it, and I got 27 yards to cut at 12 years old. I think they call that child abuse.
With the push more.
That's it.
Because, hey, that's what I look at today. And when you somebody comes and says, you want me to mow your yard, Mr. Robertson? Well, when he told me the price, I said, no, get out of here. My wife hired him later.
There you go. Well, there it is. Yeah, the only zero turn we had was we turned that push mower fast. But,
yeah.
So it made me keep a profit and loss statement on my little business. And that's how I learned how to make money and, figure out if I was making a profit or not. It's so long ago, the dinosaurs were roaming the earth, but the minimum wage to be a Whopper flopper at Burger King, to go down there and flip Whoppers, right, was $1.65. And I figured out with a $3 yard that if I could cut it in 1 hour, I was making about double minimum wage. And so I always try to make more. If I was going to be self-employed and work hard, then you make working for somebody, right? And so that started the whole thing. And then I've been self-employed almost my whole life from that. But it was a good lesson. Hard work, calluses, sweat.
That's the one thing everybody don't ask me. You seem like you're anti-education, Uncle Si. And in a way, I am, because it's just what you said.
Yeah.
I had people before me that was my friends that had graduated, went to college, had 2 degrees, And guess where they're working?
Yeah.
At McDonald's and Burger King.
Yeah.
For $1.65 an hour.
Yep.
And I said, wait a minute. You wasted how many years to get this? And then every time you go for a job interview, what do they always tell you? Oh, we can't use you. You're too educated. So in a
I'm
way,
not
it
sure
did.
Well, you said Phil had 2 degrees.
Well,
Maybe
I
it's
know.
the degree. Maybe they got their degree in
look,
left-handed puppetry.
No. Hey, I've always said, okay, my hat's off to anyone that will go and put up with all the BS that colleges spew out.
To get a BS.
Yeah.
You know, we're a lighthearted podcast, but we're going to take a minute to talk about something that's really heavy, but it's important because new research shows that millions of women in this country are carrying around deep, long-lasting emotional pain after an abortion. But our friends over at Preborn have been standing in the gap for these women as they walk through some of their hardest moments. Sometimes life happens and you don't think there's a way out, especially when an unplanned pregnancy shows up. But that's what the folks over at Preborn are there for. In the middle of all this darkness, there is hope, and it begins with something small yet powerful. When a woman sees her baby on an ultrasound, everything can change. A baby's chance at life doubles when a mom hears that heart beating inside of her. For just $28, you can help make that moment happen by sponsoring an ultrasound. This is what real healthcare looks like. Preborn clinics provide free ultrasounds, compassionate counseling, and gospel-centered support to women who are scared and unsure of what the future holds. We're talking about saving babies, saving lives, healing hearts, and giving young moms a real chance at choosing life. If you believe every child matters and that no woman should have to walk this road alone, join us today and sponsor an ultrasound. Preborn was honored with the 2025 Shining Light Award for financial integrity, so you can give with confidence.
Easy choice.
Easy choice, man. Those kids in there, they didn't choose to be there, so give them a chance. All deserve a chance at life. And for just $28, you can sponsor an ultrasound and help a scared mom when she needs it most. To donate, dial pound 250 and say the keyword baby. That's pound 250 baby, or visit preborn.com/ that's preborn.com/
But I can see the similarities between you two guys, you know, growing up and hustling, you know, just to get it done. So,
yeah, it makes a difference. And it's, you know, one of the things we need to do, we were talking about it on Chase's podcast a little bit, we've got 2 generations now that have grown up with a magic wand in their hand.
yeah.
That everything's easy.
And that's a dangerous thing.
Everything's easy. You just push a button, stuff shows up on your porch. You push a button, you got the answer to any question. You push a button, you got an easy button. And that's not bad because the good news is they're abundance thinkers, these 2 generations. They think anything's possible because anything's possible. Right. And so they really think big. And there's a bunch of them are really good. I got a whole bunch of them working on our team. We got about 700 Gen Zs and millennials on our team. And I love that generation. But they're impatient.
Yeah.
They want stuff fast.
Yeah, they're bad about
want stuff fast. And sometimes people think when they're impatient that they're being entitled. And they're not really being entitled. They just are used to stuff happening quick.
Yeah.
And we just have to teach them the way you cook barbecues, not the microwave. You know, I mean, the way stuff happens is slow. Good stuff happens slow. So teach your kids to do hard things was my point. So like Daddy taught me to mow that grass, you know, you get a callus on your hand and, you know, you sweat and you got to make Mr. Carnahan happy and Mrs. Parnell got to get her bushes right and all that stuff. And once you know how to do that stuff at 12 years old, you can do a lot of stuff. Teach your kids how to do hard things. It's not punishment,
right?
But hard things make life good.
Well, that's the difference between like my childhood generation, okay, and now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like you. You know, knock on the door, Mama answers it, come in there, I'm still asleep. You know, the farmer is knocking on the door. It's hay hauling time. So he usually got Tommy and Phil to haul hay. Well, now they've moved into the higher bracket. They're working for Daddy in the oil field, making more money than what they did at hauling hay. So I'm like 10 years old.
Yep.
You know, and they said, well, I got to have somebody. You know, and Mama said, well, good grief, you ain't but 10, Jimmy. You know, and he said, Miss Robertson, I'll take care of him like he's my own son.
I'm gonna work him like a mule,
Oh, yeah, but I'm gonna work him like a dog.
like a
No.
rented mule.
Oh, hey, here I go. And look, when she broke my heart the first paycheck, I've already got all these big things I'm going to do with my paycheck. Well, the first thing that Mama does when I get the paycheck, she snatches it out of my hand and she says, school clothes.
Oh, you got to pay the man.
Gotta-
Yeah,
that's
you got to,
right.
hey.
You
She
gotta
said,
pay
hey,
the
now
man,
you got to
son.
understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Not only did you pay taxes, but now you're a working man. You're going to buy, and I got the working man blues. You're going to buy your own clothes. And look, kids today don't realize that. I mowed 5 acres for like $1 an acre with a push mower.
Yeah.
Nowadays, hey,
You needed an agent.
you got a green in your yard, okay, and they'll charge you $400 to mow it. They make some serious money with this lawn care thing.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
One of the things that I learned about Si when Duck Dynasty got big, and he pulled me in with him and said, "Hey, hang out with me. Make sure I don't do anything dumb." Is Si,
Our one job is to keep me from being stupid.
and I never can do that. No, but I will say that Si did pretty good with his money and his investments, and I think it's because early on he learned a lesson from his uncles. Is that your uncles that made the money?
Oh, yeah, John Hale.
And what happened?
Well, there's Ephraim and his family and the brothers. They saved like $20,000 working their tail off in the oil field, and then they sunk a well themselves. They're the owners. Well, they lucky and it blew the top of the derrick out. Well, here you got country boys, redneck country boys, poor snakes, never had any money. Well, now they got anything they want. They got the money for it, and it ruined John Hale's life. He lost his family, divorced, bankrupt because he didn't know what to do with it. So
My grandpa used to say, "Enough of anything's too much."
No. Just think about it, a redneck
Yeah.
young man in his early 20s.
Yeah.
And he's went from poor as a snake, okay, to a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
He's got oil.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it ruined it.
Yeah, it'll do it.
That's anybody. That's not just
Yeah.
rednecks. I
Yeah.
think
Well, no,
anybody
that's
that-
another thing the Robertsons it impressed me with. Okay, and Al was the reason why your older brother, because he said, "Hey guys, if this thing becomes a big hit, not only is there going to be a lot of money involved, well, the devil's going to get involved on us."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he was right.
Yep, he's right.
Because he said, "Hey, look, we
He
need
didn't
to
pay
make
attention to you when you're not bothering
Yeah.
anybody.
we need to
Right.
make a covenant with each other. Hey, nobody's going to get stupid and run off the reservation in case this thing gets big."
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite things is when Dave says, "Stupid, stupid." I like that.
Well, it's and I've done stupid myself. I've got a PhD in DUMB, so people know that I can. I mean, they know what stupid looks like. So it's not I'm calling you stupid. I'm saying what you did was stupid. I've
Right.
done some stupid
Yeah.
things. I'm not stupid,
Right.
but I have done some really stupid things in my life. So with money and everything else, and so the older I get, the fewer of them I do, and I think they start to call that wisdom.
Exactly. What's the best thing about being a financial advisor, and what's the worst thing about it?
We're really, the weird thing is Jesus said your treasure's where your heart is. And so what we end up being more than just some kind of mathematician, hocus pocus financial advisor is we're really just teaching people how to live their lives well. And just that this is a clean way to live your life. And so there's something about your spirit that has to change for you to live on less than you make. There's something your spirit has to change to say, no, I can't afford that, to deny yourself. There's something about your spirit and your emotions and your relationships, and all those things are woven into the money. The money, Larry Burkett used to say, money problems are not the problem. They're the symptom. They're the symptom of something else going on. And so we end up working with the real problems because they bring us the symptom.
Mm.
And so we get to be in their lives in a very, very deep way. And we figured out a long time ago, the way we say it around our place is personal finance is really about 80% behavior. It's only about 20% head knowledge. So it's more about the guy in my mirror. If I can get that guy to behave, he can be skinny and rich, but he's got issues.
There you go, Si. You're skinny and rich.
Skinny
so.
and rich. We got him.
No, he hit on what I've always wondered about. I've met a lot of really rich people, and they was miserable.
Mm-hmm.
So money cannot make you happy.
No.
Okay, because it goes to where you're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah, when I was a little kid in Nashville, they, back in the 60s and the 70s, there weren't any big-time chain restaurants. It was just regular old meat and three type stuff. And then this restaurant came to town over on Murfreesboro Road, about 10 miles from us. And my dad was in the real estate business, and he got a commission check, and he said, we're going to go out to this new restaurant. And I was 12 years old. I'll never forget it. We went in there, and we got lobster with drawn butter.
Which,
red lobster.
I was just excited which
red lobster
deal.
It was
With
brand
the lobster
new.
biscuits?
My mouth's watering right now.
With the free
And
biscuits?
the only thing I remember about that meal was, I'm going to eat this again. I knew I'm going to do this again. But you know what? Just what you said, Si, is true. Lobster's awesome, and it's amazing, and I still remember that to this day. But if you eat enough lobster, it tastes like soap.
No.
Enough of anything.
I've not acquired a taste.
I don't know.
I mean, you can eat too much of anything.
It's tough. But
I tell you what, I'm gonna go try my best.
You gonna give it a shot
to see if I can make
because
taste like soap.
a lot of
you get satiated with anything if you do it over and over and over again. No matter how nice it is or how good it is, it's not designed to hold your hope.
It loses.
There's only
lure.
one place that can hold your hope, and that's the nail.
You've been satiated,
right.
hadn't you?
Well, no, it loses its lure.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
You never
Because
wanna lose
I just, but this is so profound to me because I'd always wondered, you've got all the money in the world. Why can't you be happy?
And
Are you talking to Dave personally?
There's
or
people,
okay.
there's people that are happy too.
Well, no,
Yeah, that's right.
But it's the reason you're not happy. You hadn't got what I've got,
Amen. Yeah.
and that's the fruit of the Holy Spirit. Me and him talk about it every time we get on the road, long trip.
I got to step out. I wanted to introduce you to my friend Dave, who's in town. I'm gonna go find somebody who I really feel like needs some financial help. So whoever comes in this.
Wait a minute. Did y'all just get back from lunch? And who paid for it? I want to know.
Hey,
Did you use your credit card?
Yeah,
Where's the bill at?
of course. Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Well, I left my envelope thing at home, which I had just in case a giant celebrity comes in.
Hey, and he can't.
I had $9.50 in it. I left it, so I had to use the emergency credit card. I pulled the sticker off, called the code in, and I said,
Here we go.
Get the shovel.
You don't want no
shovel.
pressure. Pressure is when you lay that credit card down with Big Dave, like you're going, please go through. Because if that thing gets rejected, we're in trouble.
Make sure you don't bounce.
All right, I'm going to go find somebody that maybe needs some real financial peace.
All right, Will.
There's no right time for better health. Look at me. I'm sitting outside on my porch, freezing to death. But I've been still getting my AG1 in. Martin's got a box right there up at the shop. I can't get to the shop right now, but I got some in the pantry. How am I supposed to get prebiotics, probiotics, multivitamins, all the things I need in this situation? Well, with AG1, I can because it's the easiest and most impactful way you can start your day. Look, substantial health is about consistency, not about perfection. And AG1 keeps it simple, so consistency is easy. It's just one scoop will do you. That's what Si always says.
Yeah, baby.
I know Phillip's taking his AG1. It's just one scoop, and you get your multivitamin, your pre and probiotics, superfoods, and antioxidants covered, and it takes like 20 seconds. You just, boom, in a bottle of water, drink that stuff down, and you are ready to take on your day. AG1 has helped me through this awful, weird situation we're in, and it can help you every day. So why wait? Start today.
Yeah. Hey, and if you're one of the people that likes flavors, they got original, citrus, berry, or tropical. And these are some long nights, man. It's dark a long time when you ain't got no power. So the benefits of AGZ in your nighttime routine, unbelievable.
Look, I know Phillip's over there at Si's house. He loves that original flavor. AG1 has over 50,000 verified 5-star reviews and comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. So go to drinkag1.com/
Duck.
To get their best offer, get 3 free AG1 travel packs and 3 free AGZ travel packs, plus free vitamin D3 plus K2 and an AG1 welcome kit with your first AG1 subscription order. That's drinkag1.com/.
Duck.
drinkag1.com/.
Duck.
I'm glad I got set up for this. Wow. Hey, how are you?
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, man.
You behaving?
As much as I can be.
Oh, good.
Which is not very much, but we'll manage. No, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad Willie set me up for needing financial peace.
Hey, he's got you set up.
If you could talk to the guy that pays me, I could probably have more financial peace.
There we go.
So,
He's already took off.
so get you some of that. If you could talk him into paying us a living wage, then perhaps we would have financial peace.
Hey, a while ago, Becky come in here and had a bunch of checks signed. I said, hey, finally, sign them. Do something you're good at.
Whoa.
Give me my money.
Don't you talk no trash to Becky now. She hands out all the glue.
No,
that's right.
I was talking
Oh,
to
to Willie. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was telling him, hey, that's
scribble
one
on
thing you're good at. Sign the check.
Yeah. Put your signature somewhere and we'll call it good. But no, I was we've jumped around schedules all today, so we let the boss fill in for
So y'all were hunting with Kirk Cameron and his crew, and then Dave was hunting with Si and the other guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's been, I don't know, we're just opened duck season back, and I got in from South Texas late last night, so
What was you doing over there?
shooting cranes.
Sand Hill. Yes.
Did you bring any home?
I fixed that. You
didn't
bring
say.
hey, did you bring something to cook?
I didn't say.
Oh,
He didn't say.
I
No,
didn't
that
say.
means
He didn't say?
no, he brought some, but we ain't invited to come eat them.
well,
I
wait a
didn't
minute.
say.
Hold it. Everybody's been screaming about how good you are.
That's
I
what I'm
wanna eat some
talking
of 'em.
about.
I'll feed you, old man. It's
Okay.
fine.
All
I
right.
brought some home with me.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Well,
we had-
damn good. We'll do that on the podcast.
yeah, okay. Well,
Yeah.
sure.
Hey, and we got a grill out here.
I don't have that many of them, but we'll make it. Everybody
hey,
can.
everybody get
If
a
you
little-
insist on that method, everybody can get a little
Yeah,
taste.
they'll get a little taste.
I'm okay with
So
that.
they can actually say, "Oh, I have the fine ribeye,"
He is
and
good.
he'll cry.
He is good. I'd have more, but we ate some of them while we were there.
That's all right. So
Some
I
of
want
them were flying,
fresh.
and then about 2 hours later, they were on a grill sizzling. So,
Okay, what about Dave? Did you shoot any this morning?
Yeah, I killed 2.
there
Okay.
you go.
Yeah, I got one in the air and one landed. I think
One
took,
landed in
I
there.
think I took the first
Hey,
one.
Jay
All I
says,
remember is Chase
somebody
saying,
shoot it.
"Shoot it!"
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Somebody say, "Shoot it," and boom.
I like
Okay.
that. That's good. Dave's a ground swatter. I see. I knew we were gonna get along. That's
I'm-
good.
Just doing what I was told, man.
Amen, buddy.
Following the guide.
Hey, when you trick them to land on the water, shoot them on the water.
Well,
That's where I stand.
I've been picking Dave's brain, but every time I ask a question, Si answers it. So I hadn't got everything I wanted yet, but
well,
I've
what-
got a
No,
lot
no.
from Si.
Has this happened before?
Dave, I know. Oh,
I do have one question.
but no,
though.
no, you stop.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go, Martin. Hold him
You
back.
stop, because I want to know.
I'm gonna take a hot chocolate.
No, I want to know Dave's opinion on your poker problem. Dave, go.
It was already discussed. at
Oh,
length.
okay. All right.
I think we determined
I hate
that-
I missed that part. I'm
think
gonna
we-
have to watch the first part to figure out.
If I understood the summation of the first section, it was size poker problem is Willie.
Bingo.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
Willie,
a
Willie
good one
has
to
a
start.
bunch of my problems.
Oh man,
It's a spiritual gift of Willie's. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
size poker envelope would be a lot bigger than them other ones. I'll say that. It'd have to be a Manila one. It'd have to be one of them with a long.
Well,
thing
no,
and
I got
brads
him.
on
I
it.
got on him about that
What?
because I told him we got to talk about education, all this other stuff, and Willie got to teasing me again, poking the bear.
Wow.
And I said, well, hey, I don't mind. You get your cut. I said, and I know I have given you a big cut.
Yeah.
And I said, but I don't mind. I said, because I get mine.
Yeah. Everybody gets.
And I
theirs.
said, because hey, you put up with the headaches and I don't.
Hey, look, I follow you boys around, and the crumbs are good.
Hey, yeah.
You could get more, but the crumbs are
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Like
Why
the
be
crumbs,
greedy?
The crumbs are enough
Yeah,
to sustain.
yeah,
trust me.
don't get
Like,
greedy on us.
You know, but no. What do you have, Phillip? Since I've been answering everything.
Well, I was asking some questions about the best thing and the worst thing about being a financial advisor, and so I got Dave started talking about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Dave, what's some of the worst things about? I mean, are people watching everything you do and just checking you out like you're under a microscope? Do you feel like that ever or not anymore?
Yeah, I mean, but that's fairly easy because I am who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're doing one thing and then doing another. So I don't tell somebody to do an investment unless I'm doing it. And so, it's pretty simple. And so, I go into a restaurant and somebody's like, I put my debit card up there and somebody's like, some stranger will walk by that says, what is that, Dave? What kind of card is that, Dave? And you think, I could get away with a lot of stuff, but probably couldn't get away with that, But no, so, people, but that's a fun thing. It's who we are. And we kind of made our living on taking a countercultural stand, living on less than you make. Hello. Living on a plan, actually getting along with your spouse about money. That's pretty strange.
Yeah.
And we actually do the stuff that we teach. And so it's pretty easy. You don't have to remember to, be one person in public and one person later. It's if you're just one person, it's a lot easier.
Do you get to see it?
Be who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
Life's a lot easier when it's just a math problem.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's not that difficult.
I hate
Yeah.
to bring it up,
Input greater than output, and you're going to be all right.
but we use the word stupid in some of the stuff we've said today.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Yeah.
know,
Just like things.
Have
are-
any of them came
situation.
to you for financial advice and you gave it to them and they were stupid and didn't really take your word for
Oh,
I'd like to answer this for Dave.
Yeah, every
yes.
Because we're on like this. We're on a microphone and we're listening to the call coming in. Like if we took a call right now, we would only hear it. So you've only got one of your senses using. You're only using audio, and so you can tell when somebody's light bulb is coming on and they're going to go do it, or when they're not going to do it. Like I'll be sitting and talking to somebody. I talked to a lady last week. She called in and she said, here's what's going on. I said, how much do you owe on your car? $50,000. What do you make? $60,000. I said, well, the math doesn't math, honey. This car is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who even gave you this loan. This is ridiculous, And I said, you need to sell the car. And she says, well, let me ask you about my retirement. I said, okay, ding, ding, ding. You're not going to do it.
Yeah, didn't like that answer.
Not
Moving
gonna
on.
do it. So we're going to try to switch gears. And no, honey, that's not how we play here. So listen, you're going to have to sell the car because you're not going to have any retirement. You're going to be eating dog food. So you're going to have to fix this. And this is stupid. And I said, you're not stupid, but the car is stupid. It's in the stupid column. Look it up in the dictionary. You'll see a picture of the car right there. And, but you could, and everybody listening all over America knows she's not going to do it.
Yeah.
And I know she's not going to do it. And she's not going to do it. That happens every day. But it's almost part of the entertainment value of our show.
Yeah.
And then the other side is when someone does go, oh, I thought I was going to lose my house. I thought I was going to lose everything. And they call us and they're hopeless and you can't, they're choking up and they can't breathe and are crying. And by the time we get off the phone with them, they're like, oh, I could just do those 4 things and I'll be okay in 6 months. I'm like, yeah. So they leave with hope and you hear their voice change. You hear them sitting up a little taller. Their diaphragm changes. And so we get both, and both are just compelling radio, compelling podcasts. You want to listen to hear not only the entertainment value of somebody's just going to keep doing, you call up and ask, they call up and ask me, and then they start telling me. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, what are we doing here? Which one are we doing? Are we doing the asking or are we doing the telling?
Yeah.
So I put them on hold, and that means they can still hear, but they can't talk anymore. And I'm going to just move on to the next caller, right?
I wish I had that button for you.
Hold on. It was about what we was talking about a while ago about wisdom. You're wasting. You're wasting. You come to this man is a financial guru. And you come to him, and then you go stupid when he tells you something.
Right, because what he's telling you, he's giving you gold here, and
the proverb, proverb says it.
He hurt their feelings, is what he done.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing sometimes because
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, hey.
Si, you're fired up. You've been wearing your nice boots around or something? Because you're in a great mood today.
Yeah, he's ready to go two-stepping, son.
Hey, I'm good, boys.
He's ready to go two-stepping in them Tacovas.
Fine boots.
The fine boots with over 200 meticulous steps.
That's it, boys.
That way you got broken in comfort right out of the box. It makes you feel more confident, don't it, Si?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
When Si puts his boots on, he walks with a little bit of swagger.
And that lets you start the new year off right with a new pair of Tacovas Western boots. Look, winter is prime boot season, and Tacovas has you covered with timeless, tasteful styles. Plus, every pair is made with premium, genuine leathers and superior construction. And best part, you ain't got to break them in, boys. Take them out of the box, put them on, go to scooting, go to walking, go doing whatever you need to do in your boots because you don't have to worry about it.
Look, it's just like you don't have anything on. It's so well made. That's how comfortable these boots are.
And Tecovas knows that y'all means all. So whatever your size, style, or need, whether it's your first pair or your 50th pair, Tecovas has you covered. And it's not just boots. They also have premium apparel and elevated leather goods too. Shop online or swing by Tecovas store for the full experience with free drinks. There you go. Boot shines and complimentary boot branding. Look, and right now you can get 10% off at tecovas.com/ when you sign up for email and text. That's 10% off at tecovas.com/ tecovas.com/ see site for details. Tecovas, point your toes west. Oh, man, that's great. Hey, I can confirm Dave's over here in Magellan pants, too, so he's not wearing designer camo that's overpriced. This right here, $30
okay.
at Academy Sports.
We're talking Academy here,
Oh,
buddy.
he's talking about
Making a run.
Yeah.
Making a quick run.
He said,
I need you to keep spending that money at Academy, by the way, because they pay me. So if you could help me out, I'll help you out, Dave. How about that?
Dave,
I got no advice, though.
I think we just
keep
did.
doing what you
I think you just got your mention in.
They got paid a little extra. What about Proverbs? You were bringing something up.
There's a book Andy Stanley did called The Path, the principle of the path, and it all comes off that proverb that says the simple see danger and continue on. The wise see and are punished for it. The wise see danger and seek refuge. And so that's what happens with these calls is someone calls in and go, look, this is dangerous. But they're going to continue on. And I've been simple, foolish, stupid, whatever you want to call it. But I am not, but I have done things that fall in that category. Same thing with our callers. I don't, sometimes I get the hate mail. You shouldn't call people stupid. I don't call people stupid. I call some of the things they're doing stupid.
Right.
And that's different.
And that's my favorite part.
it's their action that's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, and they should have enough common sense, and especially when you get talking about wisdom.
I remember when I was going broke, we were losing everything in my late 20s, and I got the opportunity to start over. I was sitting in my recliner in the morning, and Bible opens randomly and hit Romans, and it's 5:3. It says, rejoice in your suffering. And I went, I don't want to.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
No.
Because
You just said what I've always-
suffering produces perseverance.
Jason
And perseverance, character. And character, hope. Which is a gift
Jason
of the
did a
Holy
real
Spirit.
good sermon on that because I always had trouble with that. Well, you'll suffer for Jesus.
Yeah.
And I said, wait a minute, I really don't want to go that route. I'm like you.
Yeah.
And Dave, is that where you really turned it around?
Well, we were at the bottom there, and I don't, somebody said, how did you bounce back? And I said, when you fall that far, you don't really bounce. It's more of a splat.
You just get back on the horse.
It's not a dead cat bounce. It's just a crawl.
Yeah, it's just
no. It's like when you fall off a horse.
38
You
years
go ride a
later,
horse,
I'm an overnight success.
You got to get back on him.
Yeah.
Okay, and life's the same thing.
Did you hear that, Si?
What?
38 years later, he's an overnight success.
Yeah, it just all happened one day, right?
And then people
Well,
people say silly things like, you're so lucky.
yeah, boy, I was lucky. Being broke,
I missed the part where luck showed up.
It didn't feel
I remember
lucky.
the part where hard work showed up. I remember the part where tears and calluses showed up, but I don't remember when luck showed up. I remember the part when God's blessings showed up and protection showed up. I can point those things very clearly in that 38 years, but I can't. I have trouble landing on exactly when luck showed up.
I'll answer that question for him. Okay. No, it's when I came to my senses.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
I tried it my way, and
you're right.
it was rotten. Okay, because guess who was in charge? Me.
And you can do that.
I wasn't making the right decision.
You can do that in a spiritual way. You can do that in any walk of your life, and in a financial way. Because I've listened to some of your shows, Dave, where I hear some lady on the phone. She's crying. There's no way out. It seems dark and hopeless. And the next thing you know, like you said, that light bulb goes off, and she understands there's a way out. And that's good even for the fans to hear.
Well, that's like your sister when she met you.
That's
okay,
right.
and then disappeared, and then come back.
Yep.
And said, "Well, okay, I've been looking for this all my life."
Yeah.
And when I met her, I said, well, "Wait a minute."
So let me tell Dave.
You tell me that you just been looking for this all your life. Well, then why ain't you moving on it?
Yeah, so I met my sister that I didn't know I had,
Oh,
and so yeah, we got together. It's been great. Her name's Kimberly. She's awesome, and she became a Christian recently because she was looking for something to fill a void,
sure.
that nothing else could fill, and that's exactly what it was. That's what Si's
She
talking
was
about.
looking for the fruits of the Spirit.
Amen.
The
That,
peace, the
Pascal's
joy, self-control.
God-shaped hole. Yeah.
Yeah,
All the good stuff.
Yeah. Amen.
yeah.
You know? And then that's when that's when they're going back to, hey, if you don't know Jesus, you don't know doodly squat. And you ain't got doodly squat. Because, hey, without him, you're never going to have self-control, joy, peace, brotherly love, kindness, all the good things. All the good things come from the Almighty. All the bad things that you blame on God, that'd be Satan himself responsible for that.
Yeah, that's a good
You
point.
and Satan, because you make the wrong decisions. And that's where I was going back to the stupid. If you ask somebody and they tell you they've never been stupid, they're a liar.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
what are you
right.
talking about? I'm still
Okay,
an
their
idiot.
lips are moving. They're like our
You still there,
politicians.
Martin?
I'm still an idiot.
Yeah.
Like,
They're like
ain't
our
no-
politicians. Their lips are moving and
Yeah.
they're lying.
yeah, I'm still an
Okay,
idiot.
because, hey, I've done stupid stuff, and, hey, me and him talk about it all the time.
I think it's directly correlated with the amount of testosterone you have. Stupidity.
I don't know. I'm not.
I
getting
feel a
better
little
in my
better
old
now
age.
that it's starting to wane that I've hit
Oh,
40.
That's
you know?
funny you say that. We just did a bunch of research the other day, and one of the recent pieces of research came back the advantage of being married. That married men live on average 7 to 9 years longer. And I was talking to the PhD in psychology that works for me that was helping us with this research. He's on there, Dr. John Deloney. I said, why do you think that married men live longer? He said, wives keep them from doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that.
that's true.
Yeah. Because if I was still single, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, me and him,
Yep.
when I met him,
Uh-oh.
if we'd have
Uh-oh.
met when we was younger,
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
we'd have
yeah.
both went to hell.
Yeah.
Okay? And I mean quickly.
Is that Martin's fault or your
Okay?
fault?
Yeah.
No, I'm a sucker for peer pressure, especially back then. Not so much anymore. I'll tell you now. I'm good now, but I do like for me. You never know how often you'll get this opportunity. But
Mhm.
so say you get dealt a hand where you got twin 3-year-olds, Dave. What's the best way to set them up for success?
Good question.
Not me. Like I'm just because there's a lot of people, a lot of our listeners write in, and the other reason I ask this because Godwin just had twin granddaughters,
Yeah.
so and John Luke's
John
about
Luke's
to
got
have
them on the way.
twins. Yeah, so
Here
there's
in
so
March, yeah.
do not drink the water while you're here.
Hey,
Stop
I'm way
it.
too old.
Stop and get a bottle
Yeah.
of water.
Yeah, there's
don't
something
go out
going
the
on.
tap.
I'm in Abraham's category, so
yeah.
I'm out of that. But Rachel, my daughter, and I wrote a book. It was her first bestseller together called "Smart Money, Smart Kids: How to Raise Kids to Be Money Smart." But it starts with the mom and dad being smart because she said more's caught than taught.
Mm-hmm.
Because how many of us have kids and we've opened our mouth and our dad come out or our mom come out?
Yeah.
You're going to do what they do more often than you're going to do what they say or what they taught or whatever. So first thing is for y'all to, if you want them to live on less than they make and be self-controlled, y'all have to be.
Yep.
If you want them to stay out of debt, y'all have to stay out of debt. If you want them to buy things and save up and pay cash for them, you show them how to do that and you did it. So that's the first thing. Then the second thing is there's basically 5 things that anybody can do with money, and teaching kids those 5 things, and they're really easy things, and teach them age appropriately. So 3-year-olds, I mean, obviously we're not sending them to the salt mines, okay?
Yeah.
But first thing is teach kid to work. We've talked about that.
Yep, we do that.
Work is a good thing. It's good for everybody. It gives dignity. It raises confidence levels. It raises everything. And then when they work, pay them. If they don't work, don't pay them. We didn't have allowance at our house. We had commission. You work, you get paid. You don't work, you don't get paid.
I like that.
We don't have welfare.
Yeah.
So this is it. This is the deal. Work, and then when I pay them, then I get the opportunity to teach them the other things, and that is I get to teach them to give,
Love it.
to be generous. I get to teach them to save and have a goal that's longer term than Friday. Because many adults live, thank God it's Friday, to oh God it's Monday.
Yeah.
We call them adults, but we're not real sure.
Yeah.
And the third thing is that they need to learn to spend and enjoy the money wisely. within the framework of staying out of debt and so forth. So it's actually 4 things. I said 5. It's actually 4 things. To teach them to work, give, spend, and save, age appropriately. So for a 3-year-old, what that sounds like, I've got my 4-year-old grandson was over at the house with Papa Dave the other day. And so we're upstairs in the playroom, and Mimi says it's time for dinner. And I said, okay, buddy, Elijah, it's time to clean up. And so when me and him clean the toy room, I actually do about 85% of it.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
But he gets the award of being the best room cleaner in the history of man because he's 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll give him $1 and say, you just did a good job. Now, he visually, emotionally attaches work to money.
Yeah, you catch
Money
them doing good.
comes from work.
Oh, man, this ice storm has been wild. And you know what? I've never been more thankful for our friends over at Tri-Tails Beef because let me tell you something. Their prime and upper choice beef from American Cowboys and Ranchers got us through. We have ate well, even though we have had no power.
First thing, when my freezer went out, I came out on the back porch and threw the Tri-Tails in the Yeti, baby.
There
I'm
you-
on my back porch. I might fire it up right now. I'm kind of hungry.
Hey, my buddy cooked me up some the other night. It is superb.
Their steaks are aged to perfection and rival any steak you'd get at a steakhouse,
So good.
and they are so good. Look, I love that they're a family business. Look, 5th generation family ranch, same family still responsible for every box of meat they ship to your family. They're still out there raising cattle, chasing calves, packing your order by hand. The marbling's off the chart. And look, if you're military veterans or first responders, you get a discount. Tri-Tails Beef is the real deal, and you're putting something on the table that reflects care, continuity, and something worth passing down. That's what Tri-Tails Beef is all about.
I'd be hungry without them. I've already eaten a couple steaks. I've had some hamburger meat. I'm just out here on the porch cooking everything I got.
Hey, you need to check out Tri-Tails. Me and my wife have tried it, and it is excellent.
Go to trybeef.com/ to learn more or order your first Tri-Tails box straight from their ranch to your door. That's trybeef.com/ and you'll even get 10% off your first order, and they're throwing in some free meat for you. Go check it out. That's trybeef.com/
And then by the time they're 13, now we got a pretty sophisticated thing going. By the time ours were 15, they got their own checking account at 15 years old, and they're to manage their own clothing budget. I'd put the money in to buy their clothes, but they got to go buy it. And so you buy one pair of $8,000 sneakers, and you got no underwear. Okay, so we're not doing that. So you got to. By then, though, you've been teaching them to spend wisely and budget. So by the time they go off to college, then we gave them a set amount of money every month, and the number of times our 3 children ask for extra money when they're in college was 0. But they had been trained for 18 years before that to live on less than you make. And if you want some more money, let me tell you where you get it: a job. So if they, and all 3 of them worked some in college because they wanted some stuff I wasn't paying for, which is fine.
Yeah.
And but this is the deal, and you're going to be, you're not getting this funding from the Ramseys, because if you're misbehaving at school, you're not walking with God. Because as for me and my house, this is his money. We're managing it well, and giving it to someone who's playing beer pong is not managing it well. So you're going to go to class, and you're going to be walking with God, and you're going to have fun. I want you to have a good time. I want you to meet a good guy and marry him. I want you to, so we walk all the way out that way on those 4 things, age appropriately. And so, like, for instance, they get ready to buy their first car. That's what they were saving for. Especially by the time they're 7 or 8, you start talking about a car. And we didn't, we told them, we're not buying your first car. We will match it. So we had 401 Dave. And so we'll match it. So whatever you save up, we'll put that with it. And then you can buy a car. And so we're talking about that. Why am I putting this money in savings? Because if you don't have money in savings, you're going to have a really nice bike.
Yeah. If you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, them things got
those things
expensive
are high,
too.
Right.
No, that's cool. I always, I always thank the Lord. I was raised by, my mom was a senior vice president of a credit union here for 50 something years. So finance was taught to us at a very early age.
Yeah.
Like you stayed well below your means.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
yeah, that's the thing. And you talk about it, but you also live it in front of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh no, there was, yeah. I worked from about the time I was 8 years old every Saturday mowing grass. And
You missed the grass story earlier.
I never got a penny. Like, I never saw anything exchanged, but I also never wanted anything. And that was my payment was if I needed a new fishing rod, Okay, you've been working for the past 6 months. We'll
Right.
get you a new fishing rod. Like
Yeah.
it was never really a thing. So,
No, that's
But
good.
you knew why you were getting that rod because
oh, I knew.
you had
Yeah.
been working.
No,
There's
yeah,
still
I
that
knew.
tie-in. That's exactly.
There was still the whole tie-in. Yeah,
That's exactly right.
absolutely. And so, no, that was, no, I was very thankful for that. You know, looking back on it, because I saw a lot of my friends, and even to this day, still struggle in that arena. That they're doing fine, but you would never know it. I mean, they should be doing fine, but because of choices they make.
We were just saying earlier, teach your kids to do hard things.
Yeah. That's one of our favorite sayings right now is I can do hard things.
Yeah.
They look up and I can't do that. And I'm like, no, you can. We don't say I can't. You can ask for help or you can say, let me try again, but we don't say I can't. That is what we are in the middle of teaching those little rascals right now.
That's
so
perfect. Yeah.
you can ask somebody for help or you can try again, but the I can't, that's out of there.
Yeah,
So
no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but it yields a harvest of righteousness.
Amen.
that sounds like it should be in a book.
It is.
Oh man, no, then there's a lot of people out there that, you know, like my goal when I found out we're having kids is to give them the same or better opportunities that my parents gave me. So like it's, you know, you want to do what's right by them. And I think there's a lot of people out there, and I know Goblin feels the same way with them little girls that are in the hospital. So,
You know, because I had a buddy of mine that his kids kind of went off the reservation when they got 15, 16, and all that. And he asked me, he said, what did I do wrong? And I said, well, Don, you had it hard when you was a kid. So you gave them more than you had. I said, it's okay, but it's better if you make them earn it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, that's,
No.
yeah.
So he what he has said is how to deal with life.
Right.
You feel better about yourself because you're making your own way in a way.
Mhm. And from a young age all the way until they
Yeah.
were adults.
Yeah.
That's what Dave's kids understood.
Because his job and my job when I had kids, was make them the best citizen I could make them.
Exactly. Andy Andrews says, I'm not trying to raise great kids. I'm trying to raise
Yeah.
kids that become great adults.
Yeah,
It's a different mindset.
Amen.
I looked at it different, because he said you're right when I said you give them too much. They need to earn, okay? Because trials and tribulations, it's like you're training your boys. You may have to ask for help,
Yeah.
but never give up
Yeah.
just because, oh no, it's too hard. I can't do it.
Yeah, no,
Right.
that's
Well, hey, ask a friend to help you with it.
Yeah, you love with discipline, and that's the way it was with my kids growing up. I mean, we were always in training, and we were teaching, and they had discipline. And
that's the way it is currently. Like if they ask for a snack now, they have to do something to get the snack. Like,
Well,
all right, go pick your cars up. And
I
then
said
you can
the
have a
reason
snack.
I
And so-
failed in college was I was immature. I didn't get some of the things he was talking about.
what Dave was saying.
Yeah. Dad and mom, they did a great job.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, when you have kids, this is a whole new ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Because have no idea what to do.
Oh yeah.
So it's fly by the seat of your pants and do the best you can do.
And it's like this. No matter if it's spiritual or financial or other things in life, you're never too old to learn.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
And you always hope that it doesn't take somebody hitting rock bottom to learn, but a lot of times
It helps. doesn't
we
it?
have to, and not just
Well-
hit it. We got to bounce a couple of times.
That's what
Dave
that
said.
splat he was talking about. You kind of got to skid when you hit it because there ain't
Every
even.
time you overcome something that is hard, you get better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's life's lessons. I always say experience is the best teacher. Well, yeah, it's the best teacher because you're involved in it.
Yeah.
And hey, it made you. Well, I don't want to be like Willie, for example. Being poor made Willie the person he is. Okay,
And we're saying
because
that's
he did-
good, right?
Yeah, I'm
He
trying to
did-
figure out, is this a positive or
Well, no,
because
it's
he's making some questionable choices with these vests
no,
now.
because it can
He-
affect you both ways.
He really seems like he's been watching Big Brother with as much he wearing his vest now. So, and I think it's to camouflage some
Hey,
things.
uh,
But it is what it is. You know,
But
like
I'm just
Dave
saying,
said,
it
Willie,
can push you both ways.
Willie,
Yeah,
if you're
that's
listening, you can be rich and skinny. Yeah, set me up.
You know, it gives you. I just.
I get the second half of this
Okay,
episode.
hey, I'll tell you this way. You know, your motivating factors play a big role in who you are. Because I can watch a kid for a couple of weeks, and I can tell you what he's going to spend his money on, his time, and what he's going to put his trust in.
You want to watch my kids for a couple
Well,
of weeks?
no.
I'll let you.
And don't do it. I was saying don't do it to Si.
I was fixing to say, hey, look at
I'll
Jason.
let you know.
Look at Jason Robertson. I didn't do too good with him.
Yeah, never mind. We're good. I'll keep doing what we do. It'll be all right. No, it's fine. But no, Dave, I appreciate you sitting down with us.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me, guys. I'm
As
honored.
everybody else here views us, the peasants over here in the duck call room.
That's right. Yeah, we're
we're kind of the
second hand.
Yeah, I don't know what we are, but we operate.
Well, we have more fun than that podcast you were just on.
We laugh a lot more, that's for sure.
We do.
We try to keep it light, and I'll say this: thank you for changing people's lives for the better, man. That is, we all, when you start out on this earth, that's all you ever want to be, right? Is positive impact for other people, and you have successfully done that. And that is really cool. And I mean, talking about that made me laugh when y'all were talking about Red Lobster earlier. Because I remember when Red Lobster came here, I was like, there's a restaurant you can go get lobster at. Like, that's the world's biggest crawfish.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
No, look, I got because when he brought that up, I wanted to say this. They always ask, what was the major issue that changed in your life when Duck Dynasty arrived? And I said, hey, we went from bologna sandwiches to prime rib.
We got off in Vienna sausage.
Yeah, we got off in Vienna sausage and all the stuff. And then I remember like it was yesterday.
I hate to tell you, I'm still on them Vienna sausages from time to time.
The menu changed drastically.
Yeah.
And it was earth shattering, something you remember for a lifetime.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Dave,
absolutely.
honored to be with y'all.
Thank you for being on the show. I've got a verse. I got this from a friend of mine, and it's a famous declaration from the Bible. It's in Joshua 24:15. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
Yep.
So thanks, Dave, for being on here. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank
God
you
bless
so
y'all.
much. We'll see y'all next time right here in the Duck Call Room. We're out.